think we're human. And I think we would be in denial if we didn't feel that sometimes you need to state things publicly so that you can actually commit to doing them.
I think it's important to make a public action pledge because without vision, the people perish. And we have to state that vision, and then colleagues can sharpen it, challenge it.
It gives you a real sense of accountability. You know, you feel like you're not just setting your own goals or the goals for your company, but you're, making a statement to a much broader global community.
It's one thing to think it, but to spell it out publicly on the board, it was also an extremely helpful exercise to start off with.
It's a commitment that I'm not only making to myself, but I'm making to my fellow peers, and there's an element where it's to the broader world.
I think we're all pretty independent people, and sometimes I like to kind of go out there and do my own thing and build my own team. But when you've called your shot and you've put something out there publicly, I think you're more inclined to make sure that you do it.
I have to think about these 300 people watching. They're also very supportive, but they're also watching to make sure that I'm chasing it. So it's exciting. It's scary, but it's exciting.
My action pledge is to establish a 21st century urban agenda, really focusing on educational outcomes, increasing the number of jobs in urban core communities, as well as access to healthy foods.
My action pledge is to get the village electrification project up and going.
My action pledge is I want to increase information transparency in China.
I will help to instill leadership values in 1,000 Nigerian school-aged children through creative arts programs.
Expand our work at B-Lab to serve entrepreneurs using business as a force for good in Africa and Southeast Asia.
To bring the Aspen Fellowship Program to China and expose it to younger entrepreneurs.
My pledge is to curb child marriage in the communities where I live.
My action pledge is to change eating behaviors and healthy eating habits for over 250,000 children in the U.S. From underserved communities by 2016.
I'm committed to delivering the technology necessary to address the scourge of rhinoceros poaching in the Kruger National Park in South Africa.
My action pledge was to reintegrate the 4 remaining gangs in my community back into the community. To date, we've reintegrated 1.5 of the 4 gangs in my community, and hopefully in the next month or so that number will go to 2.
We've worked with companies from the technology sector to send employee volunteers into developing countries and implement technology in schools from K to 12.
I've created a series of environmental maps on SaveTheGreatSouthBay.org, which show different aspects of sustainability.
My action pledge was to reach out and actually enroll 100,000 girls whose education I will be taking care of as part of my foundation's programs till they finish schooling. So to get to 100,000 was a pledge that I wanted to give, and I'm happy to say I did it.